Hi, I'm Dan Blanchard. I'm an author, speaker, educator, former TV host, philanthropist, and I'm the author of the book called The Storm, How Young Men Become Good Men. Now, there's a really cool story behind this book. I can tell you, for probably about 10 years, my students approached me and said, you're the most inspirational teacher we've ever had, and that you should write a book so that you could tell other people the things you're telling us. And I was like, oh, no, thank you. I'm not that good of a writer. I don't think I could do that. I mean, gosh, I'm not an English teacher or nothing like that. So for 10 years, I was like, I can't do that. But for those 10 years, I kept studying like people who were successful. I kept studying like the psychology of success. And I kept studying great people in history because I was teaching history, social studies. But during those 10 years, these requests started becoming more frequent, where a kid would say, you got to write a book, you got to write a book. And after 10 years, I was like, the requests are coming more frequent. Maybe my students are seeing something that I'm not. So maybe I should put my trust in them the way I asked them to put their trust in me. So I went home and I decided I'm going to write a book, be an intellectual exercise. And the next kid that says, hey, you should write a book, I'll just pull out my desk and just give them this manuscript or whatever, right? So I started writing this book and a crazy thing happened. It was like I couldn't stop writing. Every single morning I got up super early, 4 a.m., and just wrote and wrote and wrote, and I couldn't believe how easy things were coming out, like success secrets, winning, becoming a better person, character, all that sorts of things. So it came out so easily that a year later, I was sitting there holding a book in my hand called The Storm, How Young Men Become Good Men. Now, people started reading it. My students started reading it and they were like, oh my gosh, this book is great. And I didn't fully believe them. I'm like, oh, they're just being nice. But then adults started reading it. Adults started saying, I love this book. And I love like the marshmallow trick. You know what I'm saying? The whole marshmallow test where, they put some kids in a room, just real quick, put some kids in a room. They say, you can have one marshmallow right now, but if you wait till the adults get back, you can have two, right? And there's a whole thing on delayed gratification. And crazy thing is the kids that waited for the adults to come back, they had that delayed gratification thing going on. And this story is in the book, The Storm, right? And then they followed those kids for like 20 years, and they found out those kids were much happier as adults and had every indicator of success they measured them on, they saw that they had like more success. Better marriages, better job, great with their children. They did all these things. So that's like in the book of The Storm. And as I've gone through and I've talked to more and more people who've read the book, The Storm, they come across and they say, hey, listen, it's not like these things you're saying have never been said before, but the way you say them is so unique. They're like, I love this book. I'm saying it might be one of my favorite books. And they read it to like, if they're parents, maybe they read it to their children. If they're grandparents, maybe they read to their grandchildren. So it's out there. There's so many simple little things. And the story is of a struggling teen, saying who you wouldn't think is going to make it. But the thing is, he is going to make it. And no matter what struggles we got going on, no matter what struggles you got going on, if you have the right people in your life, maybe even just the right books in your life to help you build up that emotional bank account, I call it, help you build up some strategies or skills or some confidence or some self-esteem, the ability to just put one foot in front of the other and just keep going because somehow tomorrow's going to be better. If you got these things in your life, like my book, The Storm, you'd be surprised where you could be 2 years from now. I know my inner city students, they read the book and some of them have gone off and done some great things. And I've had some adults, same thing. I've had so many adults that have said, you don't know the difference this book has made in my life. Like you're going to come here and like talk to our students or whatever. So yeah, it's a simple read. I guarantee you, when you pick it up, you probably won't be able to put it down. There's so many cool little strategies in there, from the Kaizen to the Candy to the Can-I. I want to give it all away. Check it out in the book. But basically what it is in a nutshell, that stuff right there, it's just constant and never-ending deliberate improvement. If you only learn one thing, do one thing, and just consciously decide to deliberately improve, let's say one tiny thing every single day, you'd be surprised how far your life can go in the right direction.